Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Achmad Kiki. I am student from English Education Department, State Islamic University of Riau. In this video, I want to tell you about the process of conducting research using quantitative and qualitative approaches. It starts from the point 1. Point 1 is definition of research and its importance. Research is a process step used to collect and analyze information to increase our understanding of the topic or issues. At a general level, research consists of 3 steps. Step 1, pose a question. Step 2, collect the data to answer the question. Step 3, present an answer to the question. Why research is important? Because it helps educators understand problems or issues through the accumulation of knowledge, and it can assist educators in improving practice, and it focuses attention on important policy issues being discussed and debated by decision makers. And next, point 2 is the 6th step in the process of research. The process of research consists of 6 steps. The first step is identifying a research problem. Identifying a research problem consists of specifying an issue to study, developing a justification for studying it, and suggesting the importance of study to for select audiences that will read the report. The step 2 is reviewing in literature. It means locating summaries, books, journal, and index publication on a topic. Selectively choosing which literature to include in your review, and then summarizing in literature in a written report. The next step is specifying a purpose for research. The purpose for research consists of identifying the major intent or objective for a study and narrowing it into specific research question or hypothesis. The next step is collecting data. Collecting data means identifying and selecting individuals for a study, obtaining their permission to study them, and gathering information by asking people questions or observing their behavior. And next, analyzing and interpreting the data. Analyzing and interpreting the data involves drawing conclusions about it, representing it in tables, figures, and pictures to summarize it, and explaining the conclusion in words to provide answer to your research question. And the last is reporting and evaluating research. Reporting research involves deciding on audiences, structuring the report in a format acceptable to these audiences, and then writing the report in a manner that is sensitive to all readers. Evaluating research involves assessing the quality of the study using standards advanced by individuals in education. Next point about the characteristic of quantitative and qualitative research. In quantitative research, the major characteristics are: first, describing a research problem through the description of trends or a need for an explanation of the relationship among variables. The second, providing a major role for the literature through suggesting for research questions to be asked and justifying the research problem and creating a need for the direction of study. And the next, creating purpose statement, research question, and hypotheses that are specific, narrow, measurable, and observable. And next, collecting numeric data from a large number of people using instruments with preset question and responsive. And the fifth characteristic, analyzing trends, comparing groups or relating variables using statistical analysis, and interpreting results by comparing them with prior prediction and the past research. And the last, writing the research report using standard, fixed structure, and evaluation criteria, and taking an objective, unbiased approach. In qualitative research, we see different major characteristics at each stage of research process. The first is exploring a problem and developing a detailed understanding of a central phenomenon. And the second, having a literature review play a minor role but justify the problem. The third, stating the purpose and research question in a general, broad way so as the participant experiences. And the next, collecting data based on words from a small number of individuals so that the participant views are obtained. And the fifth characteristic, analyzing the data for description and themes using text analysis and interpreting the large meaning of the finding. And the last, writing the report using flexible, emerging structure and evaluates criteria and including the researcher's subjective reflexy and bias. And the last point by my explanation about skill needed to design and conduct research. As a new researcher, you might wonder whether you have the ability to read, evaluate, and actually conduct research. Let me set your mind at rest. You have already learned valuable research skills through your life experiences. This skill includes solving puzzles, lengthening your attention span, learning to use library researches, and writing, editing, and more writing. Okay, I think that's enough. Thanks for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.